I'm fine, Abby. I'm fine. So when I say I'm fine, I'm talking about a pin and then
Oh.
little like nice calligraphy style. No, I guess it's not calligraphy style, but nice point. Fine point. Or if I'm running around the park and my dog takes a big old duty in the middle of the park, then the policeman's like, here's your.
Fine, yeah.
Or if someone doesn't know how to enunciate a D and they are looking for something and they're asking you to help them.
Find something. Nice.
Or if I'm going to have this nice glass from a sommelier or a sommelier, the guy that tells you
Fine
about
wine.
and spirits. Coach Abby, Coach Logan, and I'm fine.
You're fine?
Like emotionally.
Are you fine?
Yeah. When I say that, I genuinely mean it because I operate in the lens of my brain in the headspace of I'm content, which is synonymous with fine. I'm fine. If it's a fine wine, it's like a good wine. But if you're
That's
fine,
true.
it's not.
That's a good point.
Words,
So fascinating.
understanding.
That's like when somebody texts you K.
This is implicit versus explicit, basically, is what this
Right.
turns into.
Yeah.
So implicit communication is communication that you are implying. You are not
Yes.
directly saying. So you saying that you are fine when you're one of those people that doesn't actually mean you're fine, you're implying that you're not actually fine.
Or trying to imply that you aren't.
Hopefully someone recognizes and can read your mind. They can't read your mind. Well, if they could, you're in a world of trouble. Explicit communication is someone whose I'm fine turns into, yeah, today's been a rough day. And then the disconnect between the implicit and the explicit, between saying I'm fine, implying you're fine, versus explicitly saying it's been a rough day, is a couple things.
I'm just following.
Okay.
Or I'm just thinking.
Also.
Because to me, saying I'm fine, but really you're having a rough day to a certain person is being explicit and honest.
It's not.
To a person that you don't want to say, I'm having a rough day to. Because you don't have to say that to everyone.
No.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Okay.
The end.
Why am I wrong?
I have no follow-up.
Okay. I'm just wrong.
You're wrong. If you're implying something, it's not directly spoken.
Right, but if you're, right, I guess it would depend. I mean, it's very context and situational dependent. You're just not telling them all the...
Okay, so you're just saying you're a liar.
No.
So that person's a liar.
No.
They're a withholder of the truth.
No.
Okay.
They don't have to tell.
I'm too direct to understand this.
They don't have to.
I don't even understand. So tell me again, for the people in the back that couldn't hear.
It's not my responsibility to tell someone who I don't want to say, tell I'm having a bad day, to that I'm having a bad day. And instead, I can just say that I'm fine, but I'm not trying to get them to realize I'm having a bad day.
So you're explicitly saying you're fine because you actually are fine.
I'm fine enough
because you
in that
don't want to
moment.
continue the conversation with them about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because the alternative would be like, I'm not fine, but I don't want to talk to you about it. That would be that explicit versus the implicit.
Yeah, I guess it depends on who the person is in the context.
Yeah, I mean, well, tact.
Yeah.
Social
Yeah.
acceptable way to talk about it.
Like I'm not gonna like just dump stuff on somebody that I normally would never tell that stuff to, or maybe I would.
Does
that make more sense?
Yeah, that
now?
does. Yes,
Okay.
it makes sense. So
Okay.
implicitly is still implying. You're not directly saying.
Yes.
I'm a very direct person.
You're saying something, but you're actually saying something else.
Is implicit. And where does that come from? Why would there be a disconnect? I guess one reason would be you don't actually have the ability to share that with somebody, so you don't want to actually have that conversation, or it be explicit with your needs in that moment, or the way that you want to say the things.
Right.
So that's from like a disconnect of vulnerability. So you haven't established a relationship or enough trust within that person to feel like you can
Or
actually,
with yourself.
or with yourself within that relationship,
Always
with you
comes
and
back
them,
to the individual.
or you, to be able to actually verbalize what you need in that moment.
Right. Or you don't know how. Or you're really overwhelmed, and the best thing that can happen is you say, I'm fine, or I'm not fine. Because that's being explicit within that context in that moment. Like, I'm explicitly saying I'm fine. And I'm being honest, because I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm doing great today.
Yeah.
Like,
So
that
then,
would be being dishonest.
oh, they're so noisy.
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay, so from two lenses,
Beep.
the one of you have this relationship with a person that you don't actually want to grow or
Right.
don't have the ability to grow. And then there's one for whatever reason you're just feeling a little bogged down and can't be vulnerable with someone that you normally could be. So
There's a lot of other options.
But then these two, this is
Okay.
what we're going to attack. This is all we're doing for today.
Okay.
This is it. So you don't have the vulnerability, and that could be coming from just emotional
Overwhelm.
Your window tolerance has been shrunk down to a point where you can't even do one more thing that requires a little bit of vulnerability or trust. And then the other one would be if you don't even have that established vulnerability within you or that relationship with the other person to even express explicitly what your needs are in that moment.
Right.
So you just leave it to more of a tamped down version.
Surface.
So within those moments, you can build in a little bit more window of tolerance to help be able to be a little bit more vulnerable, so you are less implicit with what you want with that person that you do have the relationship with, that you can be vulnerable or be able to verbalize your need. And then for the other person, I think that's good enough. You just survive. You can eventually try to build out a relationship with vulnerability and trust as long as it's reciprocated, hopefully. So you can help that in that instance, at least develop that relationship in that way.
I'm thinking about it as almost like emotional resonance within yourself. And if you're resonating with what you're saying because it is aligned enough with how you're feeling or what you need, versus when you say, I'm fine, and like inside you are not emotionally resonating with being fine, that's like being dishonest. That's implied communication.
It could be also said as like self-attunement.
Yeah.
If you're too quick to react and not give yourself enough space, because like attunement requires space and active listening.
Right.
So if you don't even have enough space to understand what you need in that moment, then the reaction could just be
right.
that.
Not that like everyone's perfectly able to do that
Yeah.
all the time, forever, always.
I would say if you're going to actually ask someone how they are, genuinely ask them how they are. That'd be my advice. If you're not,
How do you do that?
you have to think about your words. Your words actually have to hold the meaning in which they're
Yeah.
implying.
Yeah.
But make your words more explicit.
Yeah. Resonates with the question that you're asking.
And it
And
might
what
not
you're
even
curious
leave an
about.
opportunity for someone to actually
Yeah.
talk about how they're doing. But if you generally, I don't ask people how they're doing unless I'm actually curious. And this is my own bias. Like if I ask someone, how are you? I'm ready for a conversation about how they're not doing well or how they are doing well. I'm also so hopeful they just say, they're fine.
Like, I trust you when
Yeah.
you say you're fine.
That's it.
Well, things to think about. Bye, everybody.